Hello everyone, this is Leon the Martian here with a self-mill deck. Let's begin. First off, we gotta run 3 Gene Warped Warwolves. Basically, we run her because she's a Beast Warrior and she's a level 4, but I'll get to the reasons why of the Beast level 4s later. 3 Ninkendogs. Again, because he's a Beast Warrior and he's badass. Wolf Axe Wielder, another badass monster. Run 3 of him. 3 Wolf Lightsworn Beast. 3 Fellis, a Lightsworn Archer. 3 Sylvan Martial Leafs. 3 Minerva Lightsworn Maidens. 3 Ryoko, Lightsworn Hunter. 3 Sylvan Mushroomo, 3 Magical Merchant, 1 Sylvan Cherub Sprout, 3 Sylvan Princess Sprout, 1 Foolish Burial, 2 Charge of the Light Brigades, and 3 Needlebug Nests. So for the extra deck, you need 3 Bujenti Kagatsuchi, 3 Minerva Lightsworn Saints, and 3 Princess Sprite. And side deck is optional with 3 Reborn Tengu, 3 Cantoris, 3 Solar Recharge, 3 Chain Dispel, and 1 Exchange of the Spirit. So let's get into why we have the level 4 Beast Warriors. Basically, why we have all of these monsters on the top, all the normal ones, is because they have higher attacks and they're all Beast Warrior level 4s, which is needed to summon out Bujenti. He is there to mill out 5 cards from your deck, or the rest of your deck if you only have 5 or less cards of your deck. Basically, he's not going to gain any attack, it's just for the purpose of milling. That's also why we do run 3 Wolf and 3 Fellis, is for the fact that they are both Beast Warriors and they go right to Bujenti, or they all go to Lightsworn Saint Minerva, which is good for sending the top 3 cards of your deck by detaching 1, then drawing 1 card for each Lightsworn card. So if you send out, if you end up milling out 3 Wolves, for example, you could draw up Foolish Burial, Charge of the Light, and 2 Charge of the Light Brigades. Just as an example, which is really nice. If it's destroyed by the opponent's card effects, you can send the top 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard, and then if any of them are Lightsworns, not only since it's Wolf, Fellis, or Minerva that could be sent with effects that activate Engrave, they get their effects added on to the fact that for every one of those Lightsworn monsters that hit the grave, Minerva can destroy 1 card up on the field for each one that was sent to the graveyard. Sylvan Princess Sprite, run 3 of her for the fact that she excavates the spells, and it pretty much just sends the rest of the shit to the graveyard. So basically for Princess Sprite, if you excavate a spell, then you get it. If you excavate a monster, it goes straight to the grave, which is kind of the purpose. The purpose of the deck is to mill out. It's purely a troll deck. Actually, this was one of my favorite decks to do on DN when DN was still up and had its images on the first site. I basically went in to set up a room, talking a whole bunch of hella shit like I'm definitely going to win. My win record was like 30-something. Something fake. Go in, set up a Magical Merchant, and then mill out 90% of my deck. And it was just the funniest thing to watch because they got so fucking confused of what the hell happened. A limit for Bujenti, though, is that you can only control 1 of them on the field, so if you can't summon out another one, go immediately to Minerva. For the fact of having the Sylvans, they are here because Magical Merchant excavates. So when he excavates from the grave, you're more than likely going to end up getting more than 1 copy of the Sylvan monsters excavated to the graveyard. But by that effect, they also get to activate effects. For Martial Leaf, he destroys one monster on the field for each one of his copies that was sent to the graveyard by excavation. Mushroom pops spells or traps of your opponent, or pops spells or traps anywhere on the field for each copy that was excavated. Cherub Sprout is there to special summon a Princess Sprout, and Princess Sprout can special summon herself as any level from 1 to 8 when she's excavated once per turn. So, if needed, she could be a level 4 for Minerva, or she could be the 1 for Princess Sprite. Foolish Burial is only there to send a Lightsworn Beast Wolf to the graveyard so that he can special summon. Charges, if you're going to use a charge, add Ryoko to hand. I mean, I think that's kind of self-explanatory, but if it's not, add Ryoko. There's no other monster to really add. There's no purpose to add any one of the other ones. Needlebug Nest is to set, after you get a merchant on the field, it's good to set a Needlebug Nest. You know, let merchant activate, or if someone activates MST, then activate Nest to chain, so that you can try to get more cards excavated out of the deck as fast as possible. Because the whole point of this deck is to mill yourself out before you have to draw for your turn, for 1, and for 2, so that you do not have to lose all of your life points. You only get a good win when all of your cards are safely excavated out of your deck. Good card for this is Exchange of the Spirit. Since Magical Merchant can pretty much get rid of 90% of your deck, he's the key to getting rid of, like, say 15 cards, including all of your spell and traps, and your opponent's got 15 cards in the graveyard by some magical miracle. Activate this bad boy, pay 1,000 life points, swap your deck with your graveyard, start all over again. Chain Dispel, basically to get rid of all your opponent's shitty spell or trap cards out of, like, 1 card out of the deck. So, like, MST activated, fucking destroy all their MSTs out of the deck. Freaking Upstart Goblin or Magical Mallet, whatever it is, get rid of all of them out of their deck. Solar Recharge, use it to discard Minerva, draw 2, send top 2, Minerva effect activates, and then you discard 1 more. Kentaurus is there to send either Felis or Wolf. He can send these guys, but there's no point for him to do that by the fact that Wolf and Felis would either activate their effects when they're sent. And Tengu is there for setting up a decent defense. And that's all I got for you guys this time, and I'll be sure to see you guys in the